Hi, this is Student P, and this is Word Origins 333. The word origin today is curfew. Okay. Somebody want to screenshot? Do it right now. Let's get right to it. All right, we got two meanings and two uses. Here's the first one. A time in which someone, especially a youth, must be home or return for the evening. Well, wherever they are, they must return for the evening. This is the most common one. Second one is the most serious one. A law used during emergencies or dangerous times that does not allow people to go outside in the evening and before a particular time in the morning. So this would even be put forth by the government or a particular state, usually in times of chaos. All right, let's continue. The word curfew derives from an old French term, curfew. The word was used for a regulation in former times which ordered people to extinguish. Extinguish means put out, or put out a fixed fire by a certain hour at night. Obviously, this predated electricity, and there was a danger of people going to sleep or falling asleep without putting out their fires, which could cause a lot of trouble. Maybe if somebody fell asleep, the fire was there. If the fire ever got loose and started burning, it would be a big problem. There was a fear that just one fire could start and spread throughout the city. It could burn a lot of houses. So they were very worried about this. If we break it down further, the word curfew from Old French meant cover, plus feu meaning fire. Thus, one often put out a fire by covering it. Another way to put out a fire is by taking away its oxygen and just covering it. And so that was the idea. So they told people to, put out the fire kind of that way. Covering it, and a person went through the town ringing a bell, telling people it was the curfew hour, basically. They were ringing the bell, time to put out your fires, time to put out your fire, something like that. So that everybody would put out their fire and, time to go to bed. Make sure everybody put out their fire, that, some people just didn't, let their fires go. This was really more of a safety warning for the whole town so that they would have less chances of fire accidents or fire hazards. All right, let's continue. All right, and we got three examples to show just how this is used. Here's the first one. She told her daughter that she must obey a 10 p.m. curfew. So probably a teenage daughter or something where, the mother says, you got to be home by 10, no matter what. That's it. That's your curfew hour. You got to be home by this time. You can't stay out later than this time, or, obviously there'll probably be a punishment if they broke the curfew. All right. Number two here, that youth hostel has an 11 p.m. curfew. Yeah, some youth hostels, especially if they're really for young people, they may have a curfew where the guests that are staying there must return by a certain hour. Who knows, maybe they'll lock them out. They won't be able to get in. They may have to spend the whole night outside until the next morning. So some youth hostels or some place like this could have a curfew. I don't know, maybe in the army too, maybe returning soldiers or something. Maybe they have one. I don't know. Let's continue. Number three, that city has temporarily implemented a 10 p.m. curfew on the streets due to civil unrest. Maybe there was protesting and there was chaos, so sort of a situation like this, or one that could break out into war or rebellion or something. They might have sort of this curfew and say, at least for this period of time, at least until things settle down or quiet down, maybe for, several days, weeks, they may have a curfew. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope it was very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.